Hey y'all, good morning. I'm gonna catch you up real quick because I'm kind of in a hurry. So this morning I woke up at like 5-ish. I worked out, I ate breakfast, and then I drove to Starbucks, which is where I am now. That was actually kind of fun. My GPS took me some like randomly really scenic way. Like, judging from the road, you would not think I'm in the city, but I swear I am. I'm just going to Starbucks. Anyways, and so now I'm about to go inside and meet up with one of my friends, and we're gonna have like a little like work meeting type of thing. She's basically like my accountability buddy. We pretty much like meet up sometimes and we work on things together, even if it's like separate stuff, because like she works online too, and we like brainstorm off of each other and just tell one another what like we've been up to, what we've made progress on, like new ideas, all kinds of stuff. So it's usually really productive, it's really fun, so I'm looking forward to that. And I actually, this is kind of random, but I got a root canal not that long ago. I've always heard that those things are like horrendous. I don't know, mine wasn't that bad, like at all. Anyways, so I got a root canal, and my dentist, amazing. After the whole thing was done, they were like, oh yeah, so like we give out gift cards. I don't know, I thought that was super cool. I did think it was kind of random because I was like, you're gonna give me a Starbucks gift card at the dentist after I just like had my teeth cleaned or had a root canal or something, like, and then you're like, here, have some free sugar. But I am so down, and I'm super excited to finally get to use this Starbucks gift card that I've kind of just had chilling in my bag for, you know, like over a week or so. Yeah, I know, cool story, bro, whatever. So I'm actually super late. I need to go inside, and I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. So we just got done at Starbucks. We're actually kind of just taking a break. It's like 1:30, and oh, I totally had to change my shirt because I didn't realize the other one I had spilled something on it. So yeah, worked about 3.5 hours at Starbucks. Shout out to Robert, it was nice to meet you. And now my friend and I are gonna go grab some lunch. We just got done eating, and now it is 3:27, so it's roughly 3:30. I have somewhere to be at 6, so in the meantime, I think I'm kind of just gonna kill time by like doing errands. By the way, right now the weather, 104 degrees. Yeah, that's the situation. It's so hot in here, like so hot. The air's on, but it's still hot. I've been driving for like 15 minutes, and I'm still 15 minutes away from the post office. Yeah, 30-minute drive to get some stamps. Oh yeah, goes on forever. Well, that was supposed to take 30 minutes, but it took me 35 with the 35. It took me 45 with the train. Ooh, and my grandma driving. All right, 2-second errand complete. What? It's so hot. I'm so sweaty. Where am I and why am I here? Okay, so it's basically 4:30 now, which means I have a whole hour to kill, because at 6, from like 6 to like 8:30, I'm gonna go to a Bible study. It's actually, that sounds like kind of crazy. It's not like from 6 to 8:30. It's like actually 2 Bible studies back to back. That's why it's so long, and that'll be really nice because that'll take up a huge chunk of time where I'll be in the air conditioning, and then yeah, by the time I get out of there like 8:30, I'll pretty much be ready to get ready for bed. So that'll be super awesome. So I also need to run to Office Depot, but I mapped it, and the nearest one to this post office is 23 minutes away. Go figure. So if I spend like 25 minutes going there and then another 30-minute drive from Office Depot to this church, that's a lot of time right there. So then I can just kind of peruse Office Depot, enjoy their air conditioning, and get the binder that I need to get. Check something else off my to-do list. Random side note, I filled this up at Starbucks before I left, and I'm pretty much done with it. You're not gonna be able to see that. I would just spill it everywhere because that's me. But anyways, yeah. So even though it's 106 degrees outside, I am staying hydrated. Oh, I just filled it up with water. Did I say that? Their water is really good. Anyways, off to Office Depot. So it is now like 9:30ish and I am finally done with all of the things that I had to do today. The only stuff that's left is to take a shower, which I'm going to do in the van in a little bit, and go to sleep. So this, like everything that I did today, is not necessarily like, it's not a daily routine, it's not a weekly routine, like it's not any sort of routine, it's just kind of like me showing you literally what I just did today. So that being said, like on days, like if I'm not in an area where I know anybody, or if I don't have like a specific place to be, like I'm not going to a Bible study for example, then I would just go to like the library to do some work by myself, or I'll just work outside depending on the weather. But like if you couldn't tell, just like the overall objective is to keep busy, like find things to do, stay outside the van. So obviously like the tasks and everything that I choose to do can totally switch up, because I get asked a lot like how you live in a van, or like how to like live in a van in the summer. And that's the thing, I mean most people don't stay in really hot temperatures, like they go north, but there's some people that like just kind of tough it out. I mean like there's for example people who live in like camper trailers and stuff and like RVs who will live in these temperatures like because they're living in one specific location year round, so they'll just kind of, they have an AC or multiple ACs sometimes. And I mean like realistically you can put an AC in a van, like they make ACs for that, like kind of. But like my point being that like I think a lot of people ask that question kind of under the impression that like if someone lives in a van then like they're hanging out in their van for a good chunk of the day. And honestly, no matter what the weather is, like whether it's cold, hot, perfect, no matter. I don't want to generalize and say mostly or like everyone, but like me personally, no matter what the weather is, I moved into a van so that I could live more outside. I'm usually not actually in here. Like I eat in here, I shower in here, I sleep in here. Well, and I store my stuff in here and drive in here. So I guess like a little bit more, but like low-key not really. Like there's not a lot happening in this van. So it's like my goal was to be outside more, and so it's definitely like, you know, you're kind of like, I'm forced, you know. It's like, because if it's 100 degrees, like I can't sit in this van and just like cook. Even at night, like it is like 9:45 at night and it's still like 102 degrees. Like it'll definitely cool down. But right now with like the doors open and like the windows open, it really, like it's still hot, but it doesn't feel like that bad. And I have fans, like I have one right here. Can you even see it? I have two of these. So if I just kind of put them like in front of the windows for like air circulation and like all that stuff, like it's usually pretty chilling. I won't sleep with the doors open or even unlocked, but I will sleep with some of the windows open, not all the way rolled down, relaxed, just like kind of cracked. And that's another thing too. It's like I think a lot of times people expect like living in a van to be like, how do you live in a van and make it comfortable? But key thing there, like you don't live in a van and make it as comfortable as a house. You live in a van and make it as comfortable as you possibly can. So what that means is that unfortunately sometimes there's only so much you can do and it's kind of just gonna suck. Like the past couple of days, because it's 100 degrees at 9 o'clock at night. That's my life. That's my reality. But hey, that's okay, because this is what I chose, and I choose this for very specific reasons. So it just comes with the territory. It's something I have to deal with, you know. There's pros and cons to every lifestyle and situation in general in like existence, and there's always sacrifices that need to be made, and this is kind of just one of those things. Like the place on this earth where I am, that it is blistering hot, I'm only going to be here for 2 more days, like a day and a half. So like I have to sleep in this tonight, and then I have to sleep in this one more night, and that's it. That is it. Then I am out of here, and I'm gonna be so thankful and so happy to be going to much cooler temperatures. But the whole purpose of this was to just kind of show you guys, like, my day living in a van in the summer really isn't any different than like anyone else's day. Like, the only thing is that like I don't get the luxury of like just chilling at home, like literally in the AC and like just hanging out. But it goes to show you that like it can be done. You just have to work with what you've got. And what I've got is a giant metal box as a house and 100-degree weather. That's just, yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of just gonna wrap this up because I really need to get ready for bed because I gotta be up really early. I'm sorry that I don't have any like super cool hacks or like trade secrets of how to survive living in a van in the summer. My only advice is to kind of just like tough it out and do your best to not be in the hottest temperatures on the planet. And then to just remember the reasons why you chose to live in a van. And you know, I stress that a lot, that like the why you do something is so important, because it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, sleeping in 100 degrees in the middle of summer in my van, it's not fun. Like, I get really sweaty. I literally shower, and then within like 10 minutes I'm kind of sweaty again. It does help to take like a cold shower though, and then to have the fans on with the windows open and lay down, and then you get like used to the temperature. So it's like 100 like sounds bad, and it's totally bad, but like it's not as bad as you might think. Maybe think that makes sense. You know, bodies adjust. Anyways, I forgot where I was going with that. Oh yeah, okay, so that situation, not ideal, not my dream life. However, the stuff that living in a van allows me to do, like, in my life, that stuff is like super awesome. And so since I like how it's molded my lifestyle so much and allowed me to pursue other things and just, you know, all kinds of stuff, because of all of those whys that have come into existence because of living in a van, then putting up with like a week's worth of 100 degrees sleepless-ish nights, I'm not gonna be ecstatic about it, but I'm just gonna take it for what it is and just look forward to when it's over. Anyways, okay, I said I was done talking and then I just kept going. Story of my life. Good night. Peace out. See you guys next time.